The board meeting for Piqua City Schools for December 9th, 2021. And Mr. Hiddle, if you would, please. Roll call.
Mrs. McMacken.
Here.
Mr. Ford.
Here.
Mr. Frazier.
Here.
Mr. Height for
Here.
the last time. And Mr. Mitchell, welcome.
Thank you. Here.
Mr. Boston.
I'm here. Yes, sir. Okay, if you would join in, a Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, first order of business is to get an approval for the November 18th, 2021 meeting. May I have a motion and second, please?
So moved. Second.
Okay. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, measure carries. And we also need approval for tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, measure carries. Now, at this time, I wanted to announce, we did have executive session prior to the meeting, but no official action was taken. So we're just segued into the meeting. So now I want to segue to Mr. Thompson.
Thank you. We have several guests here this evening, and I promised them that they would only be here about 10 minutes. So we're going to put them first so they can leave and go enjoy their personal time. So thank you for being here. You're here partly because of Nolan. Nolan is our student rep on the board, and he came up with this idea for our board to recognize, it could be a staff member, a student, or a community member, just anybody that they wanted to spotlight. And I asked the board who they wanted to spotlight, and several of them submitted some names to me, so we have some recognition that they would like to give out this week for some of the great work that's been happening in our district. So we're super proud of all of you here, and we'll start with Andy. Would you like to start with your
Okay,
nominations?
Mitch and Wyatt, please come up. We are tremendously proud of the work that you guys did this year. It was fun to watch kids. I know how much work it is. And so we wanted to make sure that everybody realizes what you've accomplished this year. Take the kids to get to Superior for the first time since 95, but who's counting, right?
Yeah.
So we want to, in behalf of the board, we want to recognize, and for everybody in the district, everybody in town, you know, that enthusiasm that generated is just unbelievable. And I know success breeds success. So
Yes.
but there's no pressure. So, Mitch,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And Wyatt, congratulations as
Thank
well.
you.
Thank you for your work.
Thank you.
Sean, would you share yours?
Absolutely. Mr. Westfall, if you'd like to come on up. You try to trick me? You don't want to talk. All right. Mr. Westfall began teaching in 1997. You can see Tom everywhere, conducting programs for the district and the community at large. He's a mentor to many educators in and outside the district, and is chosen yearly to attend graduation for our graduating seniors. Greet them as they walk off the stage. Long before his school year started, he has already been working on his musicians in this year's show choir. The PHS Show Choir, the company, had an outstanding performance for their first competition at Ada. They earned Grand Champion honors, first in class, Best Combo Band, Best Costumes, and the People's Choice Award. This was an exceptional start to what is going to be an amazing year for this group, especially given the past couple of years that he's had to deal with COVID, not being able to perform. Some of this was the first students' performance. Now my son is in the show choir, which I was in, and so it's fantastic to have him aboard. He's one of the only teachers at the school that was part of the school when I was there. That makes you feel old.
Yes. It's okay.
Except for this gentleman right here. So I just want to say thank you very much to Mr. Westfall for such a great influence on the kids and the arts program at Piqua. So
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Wyatt is in charge of the instrumental combo. Miss Haas and Laura Ray are the assistants. We have 2 choreographers, Kyle Fisher and AJ Blankenship. Justin Fry is our technical director, and his dad always travels with us everywhere we go. So thank you all very much.
Good job.
And they all really came here because of the next nomination, so they're here to support him, so. No, but what is neat about that was the football team actually came to the band contest to support them, and they did the same thing for the cheerleaders at the MVL contest, so I thought that was really great that the kids support each other, so. Mr. Bostic, your nomination.
Oh, Bill, would you meet me at the speaker, please? Doesn't matter. I think you'd be better on camera than me. Bill, in nominating, I know everybody knows the statistics. We were there. I think all of you were in the stands cheering, screaming, So I didn't really want to mention statistics, but I think Bill, the man, the person also. I mean, he takes the young players. He's got a program that's incredible, and he's not just about wins, he's about developing better people. I know, I've talked to him a few times, he's about that. And football just happens to be there, but he's excellent at it. I know you've got a great staff, but a lot of times, everybody just assumes Bill's there and hey, let's go, and it's great because you'll see people older than me yelling in the stands, why don't you run? Come on, get to defense, But there's always something going on. But, I think the program you've developed, and year after year, it's just consistent. It's kind of like he reloads, like they say Ohio State or the colleges do. So, Bill, thanks for all you do for the whole community, the students, and, everybody.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to each of you. We do have one more person we're going to recognize at this moment, and that is our board member that will be leaving us. This is his last meeting, Mr. Andy Height. So, Andy, a few statistics on him. He started being on the board in 2006. He was our board president in 2013, 2014, 2018, and 2019. Was a vice president in 2012. He's been on the Career Center board since 2006, and will continue to do that, I think, for another 2 years, if I remember correctly, to fill that term. OSBA alternate delegate in 2010, 11, 16, 18, and 19. Student achievement liaison in 2011, as well, all the way through to 2021. Legislative liaison and federal relations network from 20 to 21, and the Board of Education negotiation team in 20 and 21. So lots of community types of things. I'm going to miss something here, but he's been in Johnson Farm since 1993. Will be retiring.
In 2023.
Okay, I thought you were going to give the exact date because
Well,
you've said that many times to me.
I don't have the hours down yet.
Okay. The American Canal Society, he's been the Piqua Bicentennial Committee, Piqua Chamber of Commerce, Piqua Heritage Festival, Piqua Tourism. He's done the Piqua TV5, Choctaw Wall. I mean, I could go on and on. There's lots of things that he has done for our community and our school district. So we couldn't be more sad to see you go, but we're also very happy for you that you're retiring and getting to do all that you want to do in your retirement.
Well, thank you. It's been a wonderful 16 years. I've had the opportunity to be with a lot of good board members, and in the process, I have learned how amazing our staff is. Not just the teachers, but the support staff and everybody. And it's been quite an honor and very humbling for me to be able to say that I've been a part of Piqua City Schools. I will say that when I taught in southeastern Ohio, when my friends over there found out I was on the board over here, they just shook their heads. They couldn't believe it, but it's been a great 16 years, and I'll miss it, but I feel like I'm leaving the district in good hands. You got a great board here. You got a great team top to bottom, and it's been an interesting and a very, very rewarding 16 years, and I thank everybody for that.
Thank you. We got your rocking chair if you want to come up here and try it out.
I'm retired, but I'm not that old.
It's grade with your name on it, and you served us as our best lab. So, congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Would you like to introduce your wife?
This is my wife, Carolyn. She's put up with all this for the last 16 years, and she's been a lot of support. And we'll have a little more free time now, won't we?
Our schools have some things for you. Would you like to come up and?
Mr. Hyde, just want to say thank you from Piqua Central for all your support and all your work. I'm a present from the students and a present from the staff.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate that very much.
Mr. Hyde. I think our time at Piqua has been very similar in terms of the amount of time. I think you came in right after I did, so it's been kind of fun to be there in the same time frame. So thank you for all your
Thank
service
you.
and support of us. Card signed by all of our students and card from the staff.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we do have History Day coming up.
We do, and we'll
Just a message.
That's right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Our students put together these pictures in here for you. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for what you do.
Ms. Watson?
Thank you so much for your service. We really appreciate
thank
it,
you.
for all of your leadership. So this is from staff and students for you.
Oh, mercy.
I mean, this is what you get from elementary kids.
You want the candy now?
And Mr. Hughes from Washington.
Yeah. Feel very nice giving you some flowers, sir. Well, thank you for your time and your service, and then our students and staff made a card for you.
Well,
So,
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Andy's
Thank
gonna
you.
get 3 arms
I
here.
got my hands.
Yeah.
Don't set that on the chair. I'll catch a breeze. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Again for everything. You're welcome to leave, or you're welcome to stay. You won't hurt our feelings.
Yeah, you may go.
Thank you for
But not
everything
you,
that you guys
Andy.
have done.
Yeah. Andy, you get this meeting to get through, buddy.
All right, all right.
You guys gonna take Bill out to supper now?
Bill's paying, that's what.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. See ya. Okay. Ready? Yep. Okay. All right, baby. Okay. What's Jeremy doing right there? Okay. Well, Andy, I guess if we're ready to get back started, it's Mr. Height has Upper Valley Career Center.
Do have a couple things. As most of you know, for several years now, we've alternated with Germany. We send students to Germany one year, and they come here the next year to look at our programs, our apprenticeship programs, and industry and that sort of thing. This was the year that we should have gone to Germany, and they had all the funding in place, and they were ready to go. And unfortunately, because of COVID numbers in Europe, we've had to cancel the Germany trip this year. So this is the third
Didn't
time.
they barely make it back? in
Yeah,
19 or
a couple
something?
years ago,
Yeah.
they barely made it back. The State Department actually had to get involved to
Yeah.
get them back into the country. So
They were over there, yeah, I remember.
I think they were most pleased to just say, no, we're not going to go now. Other thing, we've talked about the Skills USA program at the Career Center, how well that does. This year, they had 31 students participate in the 2021 fall program at the Convention Center. And two of our students have been elected to regional offices, so they do well in Skills USA. So, and that's the news from the Career Center for this month.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, I didn't have anything from hearing from the public, so we'll move on to Part D. Treasurer's agenda, Mr. Jeremy.
Okay, are there any questions about the board reports? Second thing on there tonight is the tax budget for FY 20, I should say 23. So I'm going to correct that while we're at it. So the tax budget for FY 23 is complete. We're sending that on to the county auditor's office. They use that for their calculation of rates for our millage for our levies. So we do that every year. And the next thing on there is two fund-to-fund transfers. One is to correct an amount that we approved last month, and the other one is to correct a transfer for the money that we needed to move for the debt payment on the renovation project that we put out. Are there any questions? That's all I have.
Okay. No questions or anything? Okay. Well, motion to, Jeremy, I guess if you want to get ready. Motion for.
So moved. Second.
Okay. Mr. Height, Mr. Hiddle, if you would do the roll call, please.
Mr. Bostic.
Aye.
Mr. Height.
Aye.
Mr. Ford.
Aye.
Mrs. McMacken.
Aye.
Mr. Frazier.
Aye.
Okay. Measure passes. Okay, Superintendent's Report.
Thank you. It says Tony's going to give this, but he's actually on a college visit with his son. That kind of came about last minute, so he is there. So I'll be happy to do the bowling report. I always like to make sure people are aware that we do have a bowling report system on our website. Our teachers go over that with students twice a year. They do that at the beginning of the year, and then after Christmas break, they do it again to remind students about how to report any kind of bullying or harassment. We had 67 reports for the first half of the year. That's about average to where we normally fall. 7 of those were actually deemed bullying or harassment, and those were all addressed by principals. They were dealt with. They had met with parents and talked to parents and worked through it, and they have been considered resolved at this time. They'll continue to monitor those and make sure that the kids are in fact safe and not being bullied, but that's about average for where we are at this time as well. So, any questions on that? We always give a report in December and we give one in June. Okay, and that's it for that. Ready for my agenda.
Okay, Superintendent's Agenda.
Just recommend the board to approve the list of donations and grants to Piqua City Schools. We had a number of donations to the Piqua Junior High School Olympics. We had some MVL T-shirts donated, money donated, and some money to the music program. We received grants from the Miami County Foundation as well as the Piqua Community Foundation. And that's it.
Okay. Well, motion for the Superintendent's Agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Hiddle, if you would, the roll call, please.
Mr. Bostic.
Aye.
Mr. Ford.
Aye.
Mr. Height.
Aye.
Mrs. McMacken.
Aye.
Okay, measure passes. Personnel agenda, I guess you'll be taking that, Mr.
I'll do that,
Thompson?
yeah.
Okay,
Just a couple spotlights. One, we got to bring 3 Piqua graduates on, this time as subs and one as a bus driver. So we're always glad to be able to bring our student graduates back into the district, but in a different role. So welcome to them. And then one highlight, we did hire our transportation supervisor. Beth Kane was our transportation supervisor. She is retiring here in December. So Mr. Lyons went through that process. They created a profile for what they were looking for, involved some principals as well as some bus drivers to create that. I believe he said they had 7 candidates, and they, after calling references and working through the profile and narrowing things down, they brought 3 people in for interviews, and then Lugina Hodges was the one that they hired. So we're real excited. She's already been filling in for Beth, who's been on FMLA right now, and she's done a fantastic job. So we're excited to have her on board. She's excited, and she's already done a great job. So I think that's it. Unless you have any other questions. Okay.
okay. Well, motions for the votes.
So moved.
Second.
Second, okay. Mr. Hiddle, if you would, roll call, please.
Mr. Height.
Aye.
Mr. Frazier.
Aye.
Mr. Ford.
Aye.
Mrs. McMacken.
Aye.
Mr. Bostic.
Aye. Okay, measure passes. Okay, new business. Had no old business, so new business.
So under new business, the first thing we have tonight is to discuss the farm lease that we have with John Adams. He's been farming the property now for 3 years, and that first lease is up. And this lease is to go for another 3 years with additional extension of one more years, so up to 5 total. I talked to our attorney to make sure that we were able to do that without taking it back out for bid. It's hard when you're a farmer to put all the money into the ground that you have to be able to take it away after 3 years kind of thing. Explain that to the lawyer, and he's like, you're leasing your property, you don't have to take it out to bid to do that. So the fact that you did it in the first place was good for you, but, so we're good in that regards. So keeping it this way for 5 years, I think is the best thing for the district to do. It's fitting with the long-term plan that we had, which is for that property to pay for itself over time, and then eventually, if it's ever needed for anything, we've got something there for our public to use, whatever may come along.
This is the property adjacent right to our softball field at the high school, in case anybody wonders publicly.
Okay. Approve the date for the January 22nd board meeting.
I need a
Oh,
motion.
So moved.
yeah,
Second.
okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. Mr. Frazier.
Aye.
Mr. Height.
Aye.
Mr. Ford.
Aye.
Mrs. McMacken.
Aye.
Mr. Bostic.
Aye. Now, do you want to take this one, Dwayne?
Okay.
Jeremy?
What's that? Yep.
Okay. Now approve the date for the organization meeting at the Board of Education office. Did everybody have a chance to check and see if that date that we, was kind of thrown out would work? I believe it was the 6th, correct, at 5? Okay, here at the Board of Education. So, okay. So that, we'll put that one in, get that. January 6th at 5. Okay, next order of business is,
You need to appoint a president pro tem for the January 22nd.
We're going to do them one at a time or all of them at once?
can we do all?
Just go ahead and just do it.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
individuals, so let's just do them.
So moved.
Okay. Second? No, that's fine. Okay,
Mr. Height.
Aye.
Mr. Frazier.
Aye.
Mr. Ford.
Aye.
Mrs. McMacken.
Aye.
Mr. Bostic.
aye. Okay, President Pro Tem, appoint President Pro Tem. Suggestions?
Typically, it's the president.
Yeah.
Well, I can do it, that's fine, makes it easy. Do we need a motion, Jay? Okay.
So moved.
Second.
We don't, do we need a roll call?
You can just do it verbal, or I can call it.
We can do it verbal. All in favor?
Aye.
Signify by
Aye.
saying aye. Okay, same sign if you disagree, okay. At that, and review potential dates for 2022 Board of Education meetings.
So we give those out the last work session. They follow the same pattern of our Thursday meetings. Was there anything that stood out that, okay, we'll finalize it at the organizational meeting, but if there's any,
Right.
let me know and we'll make the adjustments.
And usually if something, it's an individual has a conflict, something down work or whatever, may.
Yep.
But, yeah, other than that, we can do that.
Okay.
Okay. So, no hearing of the public, non-agenda items. So, motion to, our next meeting will be the January 6th meeting here at the board, the organizational meeting. Our next regular meeting will be determined January 6th. So, motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Oh.
This
Okay.
your last time, that's fine.
That's one.
Yeah. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, we are adjourned.